Have you ever seen somebody that don't look like they smoke crack currently? But they dabble in it, you know what I mean? That's the vibe he got, like only on 4th of July. Like that's the vibe. Until I decide otherwise, I'm gonna name the special Coloreds Only. I know that there's white people that want to say the N-word.
I like how you looked at him. I like it. It's like. It's like, how do you feel about this subject?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Unclench your buttholes, white people. Unclench them. Because I noticed I brought it up. Like, I know white people want to say the N-word. White people look around like, who? Not me. Not. What is he talking about?
Nah, I know there's white people that want to say the N-word, and it's the thing, not for any racist reason, because, you know, they cool with black people and they like rap music, you know. But you know who else is white and cool with black people and like rap music? Eminem. And if we ain't gonna let Eminem say it, then there's no white person in this room that has a chance. None. Like, sir, what's your name? Brendan, super white. Brendan, you look like a cool white boy, but you never convinced me to lose myself in the moment, to hold it and never let it go. Never did that. Plus, white people, y'all have your own separate words that only y'all say, you know? Like, Brendan, you look like you say the words due diligence a lot. Like, Chris Rock actually has this famous joke in his first special where he says that there's a civil war between African Americans, that there's two sides, that there's black people and there's niggas, right? Very famous joke, very funny, but I disagree. Because it puts this mindset in the people's head that you could just put African Americans in two categories. We either a black person or a nigga. And every black person knows that there's many different types of niggas. Many different types. Like, what's your name, man?
Micah.
Micah?
Yeah.
What do you do for a living, man?
I'm a lawyer.
Lawyer nigga. See, there's many different types of niggas. I fuck with lawyers too, man, because before comedy, I used to work as a full-time criminal, so I fucks with lawyers. Yeah, because let me tell you something, nigga is not an adjective, it's a noun. Person, place, or thing. I remember one time I said that at a show and a black dude stood up and said, it's a verb. I was like, shut the fuck up, nigga. You can't nigga nobody. Oh, you missed a lot. You missed a lot. You missed a whole dissertation on niggas. I would say the worst type of nigga is a special group called bitch-ass niggas. Oh, see how y'all felt that collectively? Y'all heard that? Also, you know, when I say bitch-ass niggas, because I know there's different cultures in here tonight, when I say bitch-ass niggas, I am not exclusively talking about black people. Yeah, bitch-ass niggas come in all colors, shapes, and sizes. Yeah, bitch-ass niggas is gender fluid. That's right, he can be a bitch-ass nigga, she can be a bitch-ass nigga, they can be a bitch-ass nigga. That part, I don't know what this means, but I know it's a good thing. I know this is a good thing. I tried to Google the definition of a bitch-ass nigga. Yeah, Google didn't have one. Would you believe it? So I had to come up with my own. So this is my definition of a bitch-ass nigga, and it's perfect because it's Sunday. So my definition of a bitch-ass nigga is a spiritually stricken individual who will compromise the morality of being a good person in order to satisfy an unstable mental need to inconvenience another living being. Now let the church say amen. Amen. Hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. I am a vessel. Do the thing, do the thing, do the thing. I love doing that joke because I'll do other jokes after. Then like a white person will come up to me after the show and be like, "Hey, I really like that joke," and I'm like, "Which one?" They like the one. I'm like, I like the one too. You know the thing about being a bitch ass nigga? Some people get confused for being bitch ass niggas. You know, because sometimes you might have what's called a bitch ass nigga job. You know, like tow truck drivers. Because some jobs, you know, make you look like a bad person even though you're not. Is anyone here that feel like they have one of those jobs? Oh wow, what do you do for a living?
Psychiatrist. But I...
Yeah, I would like to know how a psychiatrist is a bitch ass nigga job.
If I think you're crazy, but you don't think you're crazy. But what I'm saying...
And it makes you look like you're a bad person.
Then you're going to have to stay for a little bit.
Right, okay, I get it. Okay, so you only look like a bitch ass nigga to crazy people. That's not bad.
But yeah, tow truck driver is a bitch ass job. You know, it make you look like a bitch ass nigga even though you may not be. And I got my car towed twice in the same spot. And I went to this tow truck driver. I was like, "Hey man, why the fuck you keep towing people shit?" All right, I ain't really talk to him like that because some of them have guns on them. So, so my tone was a lot softer. I was like, "Hey man, salutations, sir. A grand rising king, but why is it you keep ruining people's lives?" And he said, "I get paid $400 for every car I tow." Yeah, I was like, "Nigga, y'all hiring? I will tow everybody's shit for that amount of money. $400, I will tow bikes, baby strollers. I tow a car with a person in it. I don't give a fuck. Bring it right to my boss, like extra." I'm pretty sure when I said the meaning of bitch ass niggas that some of you thought of your coworkers. You know what makes a coworker a bitch ass nigga? Somebody who love their job too much.
See, did you hear that again? Y'all felt that collectively. Y'all hear that murmur? The That's the sound version of this. Every time I hear that, I'm like, I got something with their ass.
So I'm gonna tell you who that person was for me, right? So earlier last year, I was working at this senior citizen center called IHOP. And I was only there for 2 days. I'm like, I'm better than French toast. So, so the person who that was for me was one of the managers that had IHOP tattooed on his forearm.
No way.
Ew, your dedication disgusts me. It's so disgusting. I'm not making this up for the joke. His name is Rudy. Rudy is a real person, and Rudy is a fucking loser. Fucking loser. And matter of fact, let me give you the vibe of this IHOP. Matter of fact, it's Baltimore, so I can tell you, it was the IHOP in Randallstown on Liberty Road. Yeah, so I don't know if y'all been there, but it has rest stop energy. Yeah, you know, like between all three cooks, 15 teeth. Between all three of them. It wasn't like 5, 5, 5, it was like 3, 4. Anyway, it equaled out the 15 at the end. And how do I describe Rudy? How do I describe this fucking loser? Like, have you ever seen somebody that don't look like they smoke crack currently? But they dabble in it, you know what I mean? That's the vibe he got, like only on 4th of July. Like that's the vibe, that's what he gives off, you know? Like he smoke crack, but he don't own a pipe. That's what he gives off. Like he walk in a room and be like, "Oh shit, y'all smoking crack? Let me pull up a chair." Would you get that from Rhonda? Like that's the type of, Rhonda's a crack name. I like how that one had a slow burn. Like, you know what, that is right. Rhonda is a crack name. Every Rhonda I know smoke crack a little bit. Yeah, fuck Rudy, man. Yeah, it's not even something that I noticed. He showed it to me like a badge of honor. Yeah, because I like working server jobs because I get to touch cash at the end of the night. I don't got to wait for a check. You know, it's like I'm back selling drugs. you know what I mean? Lawyer, you know? So I don't need to get trained, you know? So I'm like, hey man, I'm ready to start taking tables. And he was like, you're not ready. You need to know all the sides. You need to know all the bacons and shit. He's like, look at this. You're not ready. I'm like, you right. I am not ready. I ain't gonna never be ready. That's not even the worst job I've ever had. Probably the worst job I've ever had is when I was younger, I used to work at McDonald's. This is when I was like 13. I don't want you thinking I was there as a grown-ass man. But I was working at McDonald's. Clap if you eat McDonald's. Yeah, stop eating that shit. Stop eating that shit. Because McDonald's is fucked up. Because even if you're trying to sue McDonald's, you could be in court telling the judge, Your Honor, this is not a real chicken sandwich. And McDonald's gonna be in there like, we never said it was a chicken sandwich. We said it was a McChicken. That's not the same thing. We got McFood, Your Honor. Yeah, they got McFood, man. And I know this firsthand working there. And like any smart person working a minimum wage job, I was stealing. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just doing my part. And I was so proud of it too. Like they was holding meetings about it. Like we are down $1,500 in miscellaneous items. Everyone in the meeting so shocked. I'm the only one in the meeting like, yeah, I'm a fucking double that shit next month. Yeah. They lucky them golden arches can't fit in my bathroom. That shit will look nice. This is when I realized like when you eat food, when you order food from McDonald's, you need to eat that shit right when you order it. Because I'm stealing all this food, I got all these McChickens in my fridge, and then I come back the next morning and they McRibs. I'm like, how the fuck is that happening? How the fuck is chicken turning into pork? That's disgusting. I think that's the main reason why they primarily market their food to minorities. Think about it. Look at their commercials. It's always a choir in there singing about nuggets. They got D'Angelo playing in the background. Like, how'd y'all get that sample? Where the fuck is your lacrosse team? Like, mix it up. Mix it up. Like, I would love to see. Hey, what y'all talking about?
The Drake collab dropped last night.
What, with McDonald's?
Yeah.
Well, that was his black side that did that, you know? He was like, oh, Drake got braids now? It's time. Let's get more of the black community. That's how they do. They just be trying to keep selling us McDonald's. Like, I would love to see a commercial with like a white woman hiking up a mountain. You know, she probably got her dog strapped to her. And she just hiking up the mountain. And she don't got no rope because she believe in herself. And she just hiking up the mountain. And then she gets to the top and the voiceover comes on that says, if you really want the things in your life, you too can strive and get the things you truly desire. And she gets to the top of the mountain and it's just a Big Mac with fries. And it goes ba-da-ba-ba-ba, white people love it too. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. Because that's why they got McRibs, because they think black people favor ribs. Why y'all don't got McCasserole for white people? Like, do a collab with Taylor Swift and get some McBrussels sprouts. Get them out there. Talk about race a lot. You know, actually, you know, as comedians, you know, we post a lot of our jokes on material. Probably the most viral stand-up joke that I have is this joke where I start off saying, why is Spider-Man white? Why? He was abandoned by his parents. He lives with his aunt and his uncle. His uncle got shot. He lives in the hood, feels things before it happens. He's in love with Mary Jane. That sounds like a nigga to me. That don't sound like Peter Parker. That sound like Dwayne Parker from Northeast DC. My most viral stand-up joke. And I gotta be honest with y'all. I fucking hate that joke. I do, because I'll post it and sometimes people who are not black laugh too hard at it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that is a nigga. Like, it's very, it's weird the type of laughs that I get from it, you know? Like, the way y'all laugh was pretty, standard because y'all progressive. Y'all gave a very progressive laugh to it. Like, we're gonna laugh at the structure, but morally that's wrong. You know, and I appreciate that, you know, and that's because we're in DC. But if I do that joke in Austin, Texas,
I could fucking crowd surf after that. I could crowd surf and they just gonna be chanting, Spider-Man's a nigga, Spider-Man's a nigga. Yeah, so I have a love-hate relationship with that joke. Especially when I post it, man, the comments, people be saying some wild shit. There's a few people that have led comments alluding to this where they'll say shit like, I read comic books and there's no way that Spider-Man could be black because he stops crimes, he doesn't start them. What? Let me tell you something. You can't be racist and a nerd, nigga. You can't be both. You gotta pick one. You can't be a racist nerd. And plus, there would be so many benefits if Spider-Man was black. You know, because this is the thing. I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm originally from this small town in the Caribbean called Brooklyn, New York, right? And me being from New York, like, you know, Spider-Man is from New York too. He's from Queens. Yeah, he's from Queens of all places, and they got him solving a whole bunch of white crimes that don't happen in Queens. Like purse snatchers and bike thieves, that shit don't happen in Queens. 50 Cent, the rapper, before he was making documentaries, this nigga got shot. This nigga got shot 9 times. That happened in Queens. Where the fuck was Peter Parker then? If it was Dwayne Parker, he would have told 50, like, listen, nigga, my spidey senses is tingling. I think you should go in the house. The way that people laugh too hard at that, thinking that that's a black experience, that's not a black experience. Shit. I actually grew up in a 2-parent home. Plot twist. That's right, I got a dad. And he was there the whole time. No insurance lapse, nigga, the whole time. Some might say he was there a little too much. I had to go all the way to college just so I could sell drugs in peace. He hates that joke. That shit not funny, Justin. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's more pressure growing up in a 2-parent home than it is a single-parent home. You know what I mean? Because nobody, when you grow up in a 2-parent home, nobody feels sorry for you when you fucking fail. You know, when you grow up in a single-parent home, all your achievements is like emphasized. You go to high school, they have a parade for your ass. Fucking McDonald's has a commercial for your stupid ass. D'Angelo's playing in the background. But it's not like that when you grow up in a 2-parent home. Like, my man, you got a dad? Yeah. My man, you got a dad? Yeah. Lawyer, you got a dad? Yeah. My man. Because I'm trying to start a focus group called NWD, Niggas with Dads. I ain't gonna lie, I feel like me growing up with the mom and the dad, I feel like all those love and all those hugs is the reason why I'm 5'6", nigga. Because that shit was holding me down and not giving me a chance to grow. Like, my man, you got a dad? How tall are you? Exactly. You see what I'm saying? If your dad was in your life, you'd be my height, nigga. I am so high. This is fun. You get certain superpowers that you don't get in the 2-parent home. Like, look at all the superheroes. Spider-Man background, fucked up background. Superman got a fucked up background. His parents just sent him to a whole nother planet and shit. You know what type of superhero you get when you grow up in a 2-parent home? Luke Cage, that's what you get. And he was only on Disney Plus for 2 seasons, that's it. That's it. He don't even save the world. He just saved Harlem. He just saved a part of New York City. That's like if it was a superhero in Baltimore and he was like, I'm only saving niggas over West. I'm like, Super Bowl is this Sunday. There's a lot of comments, the fact that Bad Bunny is performing at the halftime show, you know. This is the thing. Maybe instead of being upset that Bad Bunny is performing at the Super Bowl, you had fucking 4 months to download Duolingo and look up his lyrics and catch a vibe so you're not caught off guard. And people be acting like they're using an excuse, oh, I can't understand what he said. Why are people acting like that you don't listen to music where you don't understand what the fuck they be saying? Yeah,
Yeah, to this day, nobody knows what the fuck mama say, mama sa, mama kusa mean. No, nobody know. No, nobody know what it means. There's people that don't even know the name of the song. They just know that mama say, mama sa, mama kusa. That's that part. That mama say, mama sa, mama kusa. They want to hear more of the mama say. It's like, I want to hear more of the mama say, Mike. He ain't even tell us the definition. He took that to the grave with him. He took that to the grave with him. They asked him on his deathbed, Mike, what does mama say? What does it mean? What does mama say, mama sa, mama kusa mean? And he was like, I never tell. I imagine that's how he died, like. Because the same shit happened last year when Kendrick Lamar was performing at the Super Bowl. I thought it was dope. A lot of people, there was a good amount of people that seemed to not like it. But this is the thing, you gotta know the difference between what's bad and what's not for you. You know, like I would never say Taylor Swift music is bad because I know she's not making music for 30-year-old niggas. That's not who she's, that's not who she's making it for. You know? So that's because I remember I saw this interview with this one dude. He was talking about the halftime show last year. He was saying how he didn't like it. He thought it was mid. He thought he ain't really want. He didn't care for it. And then they asked him who he wanted to see the next year, and he said Nickelback. I'm like, oh, we grew up differently. And he was black too, for context. I was like, we grew up differently, you know. And this is the thing. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I be on drugs. So I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know what Nickelback was. So when he said Nickelback, I thought he said Niggaback. I was like, Niggaback? There's a band called Niggaback? I was texting white people I know, like, there's a band called Niggaback? They ain't text me back, but I was trying to find the answer. I was at home smoking weed like, they not gonna let Niggaback at the Super Bowl. You know what people need to realize is that the more that we get to understand each other as human beings, the less likely we are to be racist towards one another. A lot of black people know that, like, when we like dap a white person and like that dap ain't smooth, in our head we be like, racist. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you fucked up the dap, that mean you racist. You know what I mean? Okay, that was good. That was good. That was good. That was good. I get that at 8.5. You clutch too much at the end. You clutch too much at the end. But that was good. That was good. I'm practicing handshakes with white people after the show. Because I don't know what it is sometimes. I don't know if it's nervousness, but anytime when it come to black and white people shaking hands, white people get a glitch sometimes. And then it turned into rock, paper, scissors. You know? Because you start off with your black open hand, and then they have their fists. And then you switch to your fists, and then they open up their hand. And then they just give in and cover your fists with their white hand. Like, ew! Don't cover my black fist with your white hand. That feels symbolic. I don't like that. So sometimes, you know, black people get into intense discussions. You know, like one time I was getting into a intense discussion with one of my friends. It's a basketball debate, the GOAT debate. Who's the greatest of all time? Michael Jordan or LeBron James? Somebody said Jordan, what you say? Jordan. I say LeBron. Okay, so I'm in my 30s. So I grew up watching LeBron James, you know? And he came from humble beginnings. It was just him and his mother. He won 4 championship rings. He brought a championship to Cleveland. Y'all ever been to Cleveland? Cleveland is like if Baltimore had a nephew who never got their hair cut. That's Cleveland. And he brought a championship to that place. But with all that being said, I still gotta say that Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time. I do. Nah, and I do. You know why? Because he won 6 championship rings. And he did that being raised in a 2-parent household. He was dunking on niggas like his mother smoked crack, and that's what make him the best.
There's nobody in his family above 6 feet. This nigga willed his way to 6'6". It's the greatest. Side note, speaking of crack, have you ever seen this interview with Hunter Biden talking about crack? Have you ever seen that? If y'all haven't, you should watch it. It's very entertaining. Like, let me tell you something. To call Hunter Biden a crackhead is disrespectful. He is a crack connoisseur. Like, he knows crack on a different level. Like, he should teach crack at Georgetown University. He should teach it there. Crack 101. He was using words to describe crack I never even heard used for crack before. He said crack was insidious. I was like, insidious? I've only heard that in movies. There was one part, I've never even heard people who sell crack use that to describe their crack. Like, come shop with me, I got the most insidious crack in the neighborhood. And there was one point in the interview where Hunter Biden goes, there's no drug you do it one time and you're instantly addicted, except for crack. And I was watching with my uncle and he yelled out in the back room, and pussy. I'm like, come on, man. That is also true. I love doing comedy because I get to travel all the time, and anytime I travel first class on Megabus. So it's nice. So I get to see the world. Now I do get to get on planes. I was in San Antonio, Texas a couple months ago, right? And I was seeing things in San Antonio that I never seen before. So when I got off the plane, right, I decided to take a bus from the airport to the hotel. And when I was on the bus, all the seats was blue except this one seat in the front, which was yellow, and engraved on it, it said, "In loving memory of Rosa Parks," right? I thought that was pretty cool, but I'm black in Texas, so I'm like, is this a setup? Like, do I sit in the seat and then it just go boof and they shoot me out? And then they sitting there like, we got another one. I wasn't sure what to think because I don't know if y'all ever read the social studies, but usually Texas practice this religion called racism. So I wasn't expecting to see a seat dedicated to Rosa Parks. So because I was confused and I was a little high, I was standing in front of the bus looking around like, wait a minute, is this the bus? This is an 80-year-old bus. Get this shit a rest. I like the updates though. But I didn't sit in the seat because I felt like that was disrespectful, so I decided to sit next to the seat, you know, so I could feel the vibes, so I could feel the vibrations, you know, and I could feel the civil rights coursing through my veins. And long story short, I got kicked off the bus for yelling at white people to get to the back of the bus. And it went too far when this one white dude walked by and I was like, hey man, you're not gonna do nothing to acknowledge the seat? And he was like, well, what should I do? And I was like, oh shit, he's invested. So I had to come up with something. I was like, sing the Black National Anthem. And then he was like, okay. I was like, all right, let me sit up. And then he goes, I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to rhyme like that, to shine like this. I'm like, that is not the Black National Anthem. But close enough, nigga, sit next to me. The bus driver ain't like that. She was an old white woman, she was like 173 years old. And she ain't like I was being judge, jury, and executioner of white people sitting on the bus. And she was telling me, she was like, sir, if you keep doing this, I'm gonna kick you off the bus. And I was like, well, I'm gonna keep doing it, and so try your best to kick me off the bus, you old bitch. And, and then she got real upset, and then she looked at me and she said, sir, you are being a spiritually stricken individual. I was like, did you just call me a bitch ass nigga?
So fucking funny. Some shit that no one else can say, and I love it.
Yeah, no.
It was fucking funny. It was hilarious.
I really liked this show. Soy Boricua y Black también. I have a black mom, Puerto Rican dad. All the jokes he did about like being multicultural, mixed, and like all of us coming together.
It's always so
Really
good.
appreciated it. Yeah.
Interesting name for your special. Are you saying white people aren't allowed to watch it?
No, I think white people should watch it. Yo, actually, I should say white people can watch it, because then that'll make them watch it even more, right? Kind of like we told them they couldn't say the N-word, and then they go in their car and they like, Nick.
So tell me, what are you trying to convey with this piece?
My purpose is to challenge the current perception of black people in this country.
And how exactly do you plan on doing that?